It's a good mulch.
We're gonna see if I can grow enough wheat to make a few pounds of flour this year so I can make my own bread 100% from scratch. I think that'd be pretty awesome. I chose to work in the greenhouse today because I knew it'd be a little warmer, and I turned all of the soil, which broke loose some of these onions. There are other onions all throughout the garden, but I'll replant these, cover everything in compost, mulch, and more compost, and then plant some seed. They're just finishing the roof now while I'm making this video, but it was already working great. We've got more water in here than normal. That's a lot of water. So I really should have done the garden a while ago, but I've just been so busy with the cabin, and thankfully I have these 2 large 4x8 bins full of compost in the garden. So I just pulled out some of the best compost and threw it in the wheelbarrow, and then I'll sprinkle that over the top here. So I turned all the soil, so all the growing beds are turned. Then I put down compost, then I covered it all in mulch, and then I'm putting a final layer of compost on top before I throw down seed. If you're new to my channel, I like to raise my own meat and grow a large amount of my own fruit and vegetables. Something I do is I bake a lot. Almost every day I've got sourdough going all the time. I'm almost always making some biscuits or tortillas or protein pancakes. So something I thought, I grow a lot of my own meat, the sausage that I make. In fact, I'll make some biscuits and gravy in the end of the video here out of pork that I raised here on the homestead. And if I could make the biscuits from scratch and the protein pancakes from scratch with wheat flour that I made here on the homestead, I think that would be great. Anything that already had root in here and will continue to grow, I just left it be pretty well. A few onions pulled up, so I just relocated those with other onions. So I've probably got about 30 onions in this garden right now, in this greenhouse. I have a boysenberry bush and a bunch of different alfalfa bushes and probably some other things that'll pop up along the way. But mostly I'm just gonna fill this with wheat, barley, and rye and grow as much seed as possible. And I've planted a ton all around the homestead as well, but we'll see if we can't get this entire greenhouse just brim full of wheat. Maybe I can cut it down and plant tomatoes in it still before the end of the season. But we're gonna get as much as we can and see if we can't make some flour from scratch. This was about a quarter full. It was, well, I put about half of it around the homestead already, so it was probably about 100 grams. And it's like wheat, rye, and barley, I believe. And there's a link on my website in my trusted brands if you want to get this mixture at Vibrant Earth Seeds. Oh, and if you buy seeds from them, they send me some too. So I just threw seed this entire area. So there are some onions and stuff, but I just threw this down. We're going to see if I can grow enough wheat to make a few pounds of flour this year so I can make my own bread 100% from scratch. I think that'd be pretty awesome. If you don't know how to make biscuits, you got to try it. It's so easy. It's just flour, baking powder, maybe some salt, a little bit of water and oil. Mix that up, make some biscuits. Sprinkle about a 1/4 cup of flour in with the grease in your sausage and mix that in and take it off of the heat, and you'll have some phenomenal biscuits and gravy.